Welcome back to the Metronome Madness League. We've got the Shadow Squad going up against 60 Sleepers. Continuing round number 9 here. We've got Metagross out for the Sleepers while Magearna is out on the field for the Shadow Squad. The Steel types facing off against each other. And you've got a Blizzard starting off for the Metagross. Magearna taking a little bit of damage. It's a bit of rivalry between these teams here, the Shadow Squad and the Sleepers, although Shadow Squad are starting to say it's not much of a rivalry, as look at that, oh my goodness, does a lot of damage. Magearna with that, was that a searing shot? I believe so. And that takes a lot of damage from the Metagross there, being super effective. There goes the multi-attack, will be resisted. Honestly, does way more than you would expect for that multi-attack. That was a good hit. Magearna going for the Fury Cutter, that's avoided. It wouldn't have done much anyway. They've gone for another fire move. That would have been very bad for the Sleepers. Shadow Squad sitting second in their division right now. They are 6-2, only losing 2 battles, right behind the Growlithe pack in their league. There goes the Leafage. Leafage, of course, not doing a whole lot. And 60 Sleepers, 3-5 right now. Haven't had the best season, but they're among the pack in their division, as most people have, or most of the teams haven't done so well. There goes the bounce. It's going to be a 2-turn move. However, still not going to deal a lot of damage, I wouldn't imagine, as is resisted. Stomping Tantrum, of course, going to miss there. Although they do get the opportunity to paralyze the Magearna. We'll see if that works in their favor. That does a decent amount, puts Magearna in the yellow. Metagross hanging on after that big hit that Magearna landed. They're going to go for an Icicle Spear now. And the Icicle Spear doing just a little bit, of course, a multi-hit move. Puts Metagross in the red, hits 3 times. We can manage more, it doesn't. Only 3. Metagross gets to live to attack another turn. Here we go. With the Confusion. Problem with Steel types, they resist most things, and we're seeing that between these two Pokemon. Confusion not doing a lot. Magearna the only one to pull out a super effective move. The Stealth Rock, though. Interesting. Shadow Squad starting to set up here. They put out the Stealth Rocks, ready to deal some damage to whoever the Sleepers bring out next. Not a bad idea. If you're enjoying the battle so far, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button so you can see more of the Metronome Madness League. And of course, I would like to give a thanks to those who have chosen to support me through Patreon. Definitely appreciate that. Let's get back to the battle as Magearna goes for Koyo, raising his attack, defense, and accuracy, making it a little bit more dangerous. Metagross now with an agility. It could make itself faster. We'll see if it outspeeds the Magearna now in the next turn. Or it already outsped the Magearna, excuse me. So the agility not really doing much at all. The mean look coming from Magearna, going to stop Metagross from swapping out. That could have been a strategy, although at its health level, I don't know if the Sleepers want to do that. Usually you swap so you can use the Pokemon later on in these kind of battles, the Metronome battles. Of course, Poison moves doesn't work on Magearna as it goes for an Icy Wind. Lots of Ice type moves coming from there. Resisted. So Metagross, of course, withstands that. It's on the ropes right now, but doing pretty well. There goes the Poison Jab. Still doesn't affect Magearna. I think Metagross would have learned its lesson, did in that time. And there goes the Fusion Bolt from Magearna. Probably will do enough to take out the Metagross. We'll have to see. It does. Metagross goes down after admittedly a pretty good fight against the Magearna, but Soul Heart activates, raising Magearna's stats there and making it a little bit more dangerous to deal with. Goodra is going to come out on the field, hurt by those Stealth Rocks that were put up earlier, already adding some damage to his HP. Goodra going to go first here. Goes for Charm. Charm working on the Magearna, going to lower his attack harshly, possibly helping Goodra withstand whatever attack Magearna has in mind. The Shadow Ball, though, going to come out. The Shadow Ball from the Shadow Squad, hitting with a decent amount of damage, lowering that special defense as well. Goodra's going to have to watch out for any special moves. There goes the Goodra again. Fiery Dance is what they wanted to use. Goodra knows. And that's super effective. Magearna's down. That's all they needed to pull out of their bag of tricks, and it worked. Now the Zapdos is going to come out on the field for the Shadow Squad, facing off against the Goodra. After that good move from Goodra, we'll see if it can continue those sorts of attacks. So there we go. Draco Meteor coming from the Goodra. It's a stab dragon type move. Might do a lot of damage. Oh, it does. Over half of Zapdos' health. Does lower its special attack there, but Zapdos did not want to come out into field to a move like that, and it took a lot of damage. Muddy Water is going to be resisted by that Goodra. Yeah, barely does any damage. The Sleepers are now on top of the battle with the advantage. Goodra going again, this time with a Scald. Goes for its own water move, but can burn from it. There we go. See if it doesn't get the burn. Zapdos, though, not looking too hot, approaching the red. Oh, it goes for a Memento instead. Is Zapdos just figure it's going to die? I don't know. It thought it was going to faint or something, and it just gave up. So it's going to knock itself out in exchange for lowering Goodra's stats, and I'm really not sure that was worth it. Goodra now has 2 Pokemon under its belt that is knocked out, putting the Shadow Squad in a precarious position. As Lunala is the last Pokemon on the field for them. Lunala gonna go for the Shadow Punch, a stab ghost type move for it. It does a lot of damage. The Gooey gonna, of course, slow down the Lunala. That could hurt them in the future. There we go. Goodra goes for Hypnosis. It doesn't land. That would have been useful. You can put that Lunala to sleep. Oh, but the Gooey did work in their favor as Goodra is now faster and taunts. It taunts the Lunala, stopping it from using Metronome. That's going to make it struggle, and that's going to be rough for the Shadow Squad. Goodra now goes for the Vacuum Wave. Doesn't affect Lunala. Lunala has to struggle now. Struggle not enough to take out the Goodra, and it gets slowed down again by the Gooey. Lunala taking that recoil. Shadow Squad would have wanted him to take it out in one struggle so that they can free up their use of Metronome again. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for him. Goodra was going to try to use the Hypnosis Dream Eater combo. Didn't work out for it. Lunala forced to use struggle again. It's going to take 50% of its health because of the 2 struggles. And it got slowed down 3 times. That is a real bad position for the Shadow Squad to be in as the Sleepers move on to their last Pokemon, which is Melmetal. They're in a good position. They can take advantage of the pretty much the work that Goodra did for them. MVP of the battle, I would say. There goes the Toxic Spikes, which is a waste. Moves like that throw away everything that their teammate did, because it will do nothing for the rest of this battle. There goes the Meteor Mash, though. Oh, avoid it. Wouldn't have done much anyhow against the Melmetal, excuse me. And there goes a Spark. Spark against the Lunala, doing quite a bit. Lunala would have to heal itself to bring itself back in this battle, and we'll see maybe if it can do something like that. There goes the Aqua Tail. Aqua Tail not doing a whole lot of damage. Here we go, Melmetal with the Surf. Says if you want to use a water move, let's use a water move. Here goes the Surf doing the damage against Lunala. 34 HP. Lunala going for its berry. And it's going to raise its special defense. It might help it stay in the battle a little longer. We'll see what happens as it goes for a Payday. Payday not going to pay off this time. Melmetal now. Gonna go for the Swift. Doesn't affect Lunala. Turns like that's what the Shadow Squad wants to see as they go for a charge. Probably should have attacked, but maybe they're looking for a big attack in the next turn. But now you still open Melmetal up for just knocking out the Lunala here. Here it goes. It's gonna go for its Metronome and goes for a Gravity. So another non-attacking move. Lunala won't be able to use any aerial moves right now, but will that matter is the question. It goes for a Sand Attack. Not a bad idea. Melmetal might end up missing. Lunala could stay on the field a little bit longer if it can withstand any attacks or not be attacked at all. So maybe a good idea there. I would have gone for the heal though. There goes the Darkest Lariat. Darkest Lariat gonna land super effective against Lunala, and it goes down. That is the second upset in a row that we've had. The Shadow Squad was number 2, and they lost against the Sleepers here. The same way the Nightmares took out the Growlithe pack. It looks like the second half of the season is turning a few things around, and that is a great win for the Sleepers. They did a real good job out there. MVP to the Goodra, I would say, as it pretty much took out all 3 Pokemon for its teammates. With that being said, thank you so much for watching, and if you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more of the Metronome Madness League, and of course, I will catch you in the next match.